Hello guys, and welcome back to a brand new video here on the channel. My name is James, and today we're going to go ahead and sit down and talk to you guys about Reading's upcoming fixture on Saturday against Burton Albion at the Select Carlesen Stadium. Now, as we all know, going into this game, the football is going to be taking a back seat, and it will be more protests that will be at the foreground of this fixture come Saturday. 2 lots, 3 lots, 4 lots of tennis balls being thrown on the pitch, all Reading fans wearing black. I think it's going to be a big statement this Saturday. And after the news that have been reported today by John Percy at the Telegraph, saying that Reading are currently under another transfer embargo, which doesn't really matter, we all knew that part was coming. He's also reporting that 3 or 4 parties are interested in Reading Football Club to buy them, and that one of them are in advanced negotiations. Whether I actually believe the advanced negotiations or not, I'm currently on the all hope is lost train, and I'll be pleasantly surprised if anything does come forward. Just rather have a nice pleasant surprise. I'd rather ease my expectations just for now. But still, that news has come forward, so hopefully something positive will be coming out very soon. I think still we've got a marathon before we've got the sprint. Anyway, going into this game though, we're going to go ahead and look at our opponents as we always do. We take a look at our opponents, their strengths and weaknesses according to who scored, their style of play, and we have a look at kind of their statistics going into this game. And then we'll go ahead and look at it from Reading's perspective, give you the starting 11, and then finally our score prediction. So, having a look at Burton Albion's strengths and weaknesses according to who scored, we can see that their strengths come across with just 2, with their aerial duels and their defensive set pieces, with the weaknesses being a lot more there, finishing scoring chances, keeping possession, defending against through balls and attacks down the wing, protecting the lead and avoiding individual errors. So quite a lot of mistakes when it comes to defending. Style of play that Burton Albion like to play is long balls, they attempt through balls often, they play with width, the offside trap is there, they're aggressive, and they like to rotate their starting 11. Now, having a look at Burton Albion's kind of games so far this season, we can see they've played 9, won 1, drawn 3 and lost 5, with 6 goals being scored, 14 conceded, having a -8 goal difference with just 6 points on the board. Obviously more points than Reading at the moment, obviously due to the points deduction. It sits them in 20th position, just above the relegation zone, but without the points deductions to Reading and Wigan, they would be sitting in 22nd. Now, the manager of Burton Albion is Dino Mamaria. Apologies if I've butchered that. He's been there now for a couple of seasons. He's played 56 games as Burton Albion manager with 20 wins, 14 draws and 22 losses. Now, an interesting stat that I did kind of see from the Burton Albion statistics and just kind of from the table is that they've actually conceded the second most amount of goals in the league. 14 goals have been conceded by Burton Albion so far this season. And they've got the 4th lowest goals scored as well in the league with just 6 goals scored. Obviously, Reading have only got 1 more with 7 goals scored, but still 6 goals is not a lot. And obviously the firepower at Burton Albion is lacking quite a bit. And that's evident with every single goal scorer only scoring 1 goal so far this season. So the joint top goal scorer is 6 players. Now, obviously, we saw that Burton Albion like to play long balls and not really a possession type of side. That's shown by their average possession this season, and it sits them in 20th in the league table for that. 43% possession is the average for them, whereas Reading's in comparison is 56%, as we sit 5th in the league in terms of the percentage of possession per game. Now, for shots per game as well, we can go ahead and see that Burton Albion have got the 6th lowest amount of shots per game with just 10.7 being taken. Comparing that again to Reading with 13.1 shots per game, I think it's going to be a lot of attack in play for Reading in this fixture. Now, Burton Albion's best player so far this season, according to who scored, is Max Krakoum. He's their highest rated player with a 7.09 average. And to me, that just shows if your goalkeeper is your best player, shows to me a lot of defending's being done and they're being made to work quite a lot. Now, in terms of discipline, it's 2 pretty poor disciplined sides coming into this one. Burton Albion have got 21 yellow cards and 1 red card going into this fixture. Burton have also had a massive variation in their formation throughout this season, with 7 different formations being used throughout this season. Going through the fans forum, having a look at the last fixture, obviously going ahead and looking at after the draw against Fleetwood, a 1-1 draw at home. See, there's lots of complaints following that draw, and many think that they should have actually lost the game. They lacked a cutting edge, there was lots of mistakes, no runners were off the ball, and there was no physical presence up front, according to the Burton Albion fans. Now, to me, this is all positive signs going into this fixture for Reading Football Club. Obviously, off the field, it's a big deal right now at Reading. So, if we can get something positive on the field, I'll be a lot happier than I was going into recording this. Now, having a look at it from Reading's perspective, I think we're going to be attacking a lot in this fixture, and I think we're going to have a lot of the ball. Obviously, Ruben Celis likes to play a possession style of football, and I think that'll be evident in this fixture. At home, I think the 4-2-2-2 will work perfectly against Burton Albion, as we're going to be on the ball quite a lot, we're going to be attacking, and I think with that attacking flow and the way that we like to play the rotation of 4 kind of consistently swapping up front, I think Reading will be playing quite well. Now, I think the 4-2-2-2 will definitely work, just based off as well our opposition. I do expect a few changes to be made. Obviously, we're coming off a 4-1 loss to Blackpool away from home, so I expect to see a couple more senior heads come through the door, specifically in the defence. I think there will be a shake-up there. I think that this could realistically be a big win for Reading. Now, obviously, I don't want to sit here and say, yeah, it's going to be 5-6, Burton Albion are awful, because I'm not sitting here and saying that, because I would never disrespect an opponent like that. But I realistically do think this could be a good day at the office for Reading. Now, my starting 11 that I'm going to go with in this fixture is David Button in goal. I've got Amadou Mbengu, Nelson Abbey, Tarly Dean and Tom McIntyre across the back 4. Michael Craig and Charlie Savage in the midfield, with Harvey Nibbs and Ben Elliott out wide. And finally, Kelvin Eheribotoman and Don Ballard will be the 2 strikers. I think Harvey Nibbs and Ben Elliott are going to be quite crucial to Reading in this fixture. I think the energy and running of Nibbs is going to be important for Reading, and Ben Elliott is going to be able to unlock the defence. He's someone that likes to have the ball at his feet, and he can dribble past a man or two and can play that killer pass, and I think that's going to be important, especially if a Burton Albion side aren't going to have much of the ball and they're going to be kind of defending quite deep. Eheribotoman, obviously Reading's top goal scorer, has got 2 goals this season. I can see him getting a couple more on top of that in this game. And Don Ballard, I think, would be quite crucial to the side, especially with his movement off the ball. He likes to make runs in behind the defenders for them over the top balls. And I think Don Ballard will be important in this fixture. Tom McIntyre, I've got coming back in the side. I think he's looked quite steady at left back when he's come on, especially compared to Matty Carson and Clinton Mola so far this season. I think the position for left back is wide open right now, especially with Guinness Walker coming back to training this week. You've got Mola, who hasn't really performed too much since signing on deadline day. Matty Carson's had some positive performances as well in a Reading shirt, but has been caught out as well. So I think the left back option is wide open. Harley Dean and Mbengu are the 2 other options I've got coming in. I think so far Tyler Bindon, since his concussion, hasn't really looked like the Tyler Bindon we saw in the first couple of games of the season. So I'd like to see the experience of Harley Dean back in there. And Amadou Mbengu at right back is probably Reading's best option. Andy Yiadom, unfortunately, is a little bit past it now. And I just see Mbengu coming back in the side. Finally, last change was Michael Craig coming in for Sam Hutchinson. I thought Sam Hutchinson had one of his worst performances in a Reading shirt on Saturday against Blackpool. Gave away the penalty, was at fault for the 4th goal as well. And I just don't think he had a good performance all round. Probably deserves to get dropped, and I think Michael Craig deserves that spot in the team. He's been very good for the under-21s, and when he's come in as well for the senior side this season, has impressed me with his performances. Now, for a score prediction, I've gone with a 3-0 win to Reading. I see Harvey Nibbs and Kelvin Eheribotoman getting 2 in this game. And yeah, as much as it's going to be controversial off the pitch, I feel like it'll be a good performance on it. That's going to be it for this video though today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name's been James, and we'll see you all again very soon. Listen, on Friday, we're going to find out whether the players get paid or not. I don't want to have to make a video again mentioning that the players haven't been paid. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's been James, and we'll see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.